Mansfield music students, this is Miss Smallage. I'm going to teach you today about the trumpet. It is in the brass family, as you can see, made out of yellow brass. The trumpet has a lead pipe, just like all the other brass instruments, and a mouthpiece that you don't put in your mouth. That wouldn't make any good sound. Use your lips to create the buzzing. The trumpet needs a really tight embouchure way of placing your lips to make the buzzing happen, as it's really quite a shallow and very high-pitched instrument. Here's Mary Had a Little Lamb. So that's all with the little muscles here in your lips to control the change in pitch. Now there's 3 valves here, and there's a little pinky hook where you can put your pinky in or on top. And then on the other side, you have your ring finger goes here, and your hand just sort of goes around the valve casings. Then your elbows sort of come out like the letter A or the roof of a house. Okay, you can play a little down like this too. Nice straight posture. Now, one thing that trumpet players, all kids, like to know is, how do you oil the valves? I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm taking off the second valve. Look at that spring in there, those little holes. And then here's my oil. And I'm going to go drip, drip, drip. I should probably have a towel underneath in case it drip, drip, drips onto my rug. But I'm just going to do a little bit. Drip, drip, drip. Oh, a couple drips onto the rug. And then I put it back in, straight down, and I have to make sure it locks. And then I secure the top, just like you're putting the jar on some sort of food. And hopefully that oil will help that valve to move a little more freely, reduces the friction. This one just needs a little bit. This trumpet belonged to my cousin when she was in 4th grade. And now she's probably almost 30 years old. Okay, so now we're going to put it back in. And we lock it. And then we just tighten the cap. And then hopefully we have 3 valves that are moving very smoothly. If you put the valve in backwards, the air won't go through the trumpet. It gets stuck. Okay, so we have our valves in the right way. So I'll show you how low the trumpet can go. And then it can go much higher than I can play. Can go even higher. Let's see. Trumpets are used typically for fanfares. They get a lot of solos in the band and even in the orchestra. There's usually a pretty large section of trumpets in a band, anywhere from, 4 or 5, all the way up to maybe 12 or 15. In an orchestra, there's usually just 2 or 3 in the brass section of the orchestra, a little bit less there. So I'm going to play for you today a song called Trumpet Voluntary. You might recognize it. People sometimes play it at weddings or graduations. Second valve was being a little bit troublesome and it was sticking. I don't know if you could hear that. It was coming up very, very slow like that. Maybe it's the weather or maybe it's just my trumpet. I'll play one more for you now. It's called Amazing Grace. fine valve, even though we oiled it. It is being very sticky. So maybe I'll have to take the whole thing apart and give my trumpet a little trumpet bath and scrub in between the parts inside the valve. So I hope you could hear some of the changes and dynamics. Trumpets don't always have to play loud. They can play soft piano. They don't always have to stay at forte. Anything else about the trumpet? It's nice and lightweight, good for marching, and it's just an instrument that has a lot of leadership. Really cuts through the other instruments in the band, and you can really hear it very clearly. So I hope this helps you to get to know a little bit about the trumpet, especially if you're in 3rd grade and starting to think about what instrument you might play in 4th grade. Have a great day, everyone.